6:40 a.m. The alarm goes off because you still need one. You're 60 years old, and in 2 hours, you'll be at the same desk you've sat at for 22 years. You pour coffee into the chipped mug, and while the kettle cools, you open the app. The same 30-second habit as every morning. Portfolio, up $312 overnight. Dividends posted, $187. You look at it the way you'd look at weather in another city. Interesting. Distant. Then you do something you've never done on a Tuesday. You open your pay stub next to it, and a thought arrives, quiet as a guest who's been standing on the porch for years. Wait a minute. This is the story of March, the month you sat down with a calculator and discovered that somewhere along the way, without a ceremony, without an email, without anyone's permission, your money started earning more than you do. Saturday, March 4th. Kitchen table. You do it properly this time. Your paycheck, $58,000 a year. After taxes, insurance, and the 401k contribution, what actually lands in the bank is $3,890 a month. That's the number your alarm clock works for. Now the other side. 29 years of contributions, matches, and refusing to sell in 3 separate crashes. The 401k, the IRA, the small brokerage account, $842,000. Last 12 months, add it all up. Dividends, interest, growth, and divide by 12. $4,215 a month. On average, every month. You check it twice, then a third time because the third time is for believing it. $3,890 from the job, $4,215 from the money. You put the pencil down. Nobody applauds. The refrigerator hums. Your salary, the thing your whole adult life has been organized around, is now officially your second largest source of income. Now, the honest part. The part the calculator won't tell you, but the last 30 years will. That $4,215 isn't a paycheck. Some months it's $9,000. Some months it's minus $6,000, and no employer ever walked into your office and took a salary back. It's an average, not a promise. Paper gains that breathe in and out with the market. You know this because you were there in 2008 when the average lied for a year and a half. So no, you don't quit on Monday. That's the fantasy version, the movie version. What actually changes is something quieter and, honestly, bigger. For 29 years, the deal was, you work, so the money exists. This month, for the first time, the deal reversed. The money works whether you do or not. You didn't cross a finish line. You crossed a center of gravity. And once it shifts, it never shifts back. The strange part is Wednesday. You walk into the same building, badge the same door, sit in the same chair, and everything weighs less. Your boss schedules a quick sync that becomes 50 minutes about nothing. Old you would spend the drive home replaying it. New you watches it happen like a man watching rain from a porch. Denise from accounting vents about the reorg rumors, 4th one in a decade, and you realize the knot that usually ties itself in your stomach. It didn't show up. Not because you stopped caring about the work, because fear quietly left the room. There's a name for this, and it isn't rich. It's unhurried. The paycheck stopped being oxygen and became a bonus, and you discover that half of what you called job stress was never the job. It was the leash. You tell your wife on Friday over dinner, with the pencil math folded in your pocket like a boy with a good report card. She reads it, looks up, says, "So the savings account makes more than you now." And then she laughs. Not at you, at the whole thing. Because she remembers the year you two argued about whether $50 a paycheck into the 401k was money you could spare. 1997, the couch you didn't buy, the vacations that became camping, the coworkers who called index funds boring while they traded whatever was loud that year. Boring just out-earned you, she says, and raises her glass. You don't tell your brother, you don't tell Denise, you don't tell the internet. Some numbers get weaker when you say them out loud. This one stays in the kitchen, where it was built. Here's what nobody expects. Monday morning, 6:40, the alarm rings. And you get up and go to work. Voluntarily. Same desk, same parking spot, but you start doing the job differently, the way a man plays cards when he's already up. You take the vacation days that used to expire unused, all of them, booked in one sitting, the HR portal practically blushing. You say, no, that deadline isn't realistic in the Thursday meeting, calmly, and it turns out the ceiling holds. You sign up to mentor the new hires, the part of the job you always liked and never had time for, because busy was the costume fear war. 2 more years, you decide. On your terms. Not because the mortgage says so. It's paid. Not because the money needs you. Because leaving well is a luxury, and for the first time, you can afford luxuries. 6:40 a.m. The alarm goes off. You silence it and lie there an extra minute, which is its own small wealth. Downstairs, the kettle, the chipped mug, the app, up $118 overnight, a dividend from a company you've held since your daughter was in braces. Somewhere out there, the market is opening, and 842,000 quiet dollars are clocking in for their shift. They don't know you exist. They work anyway. You put the phone face down, and you drink the coffee while it's hot, and you watch the light come up over the neighbor's roof. 29 years ago, you started paying an employee $50 a week. This month, the employee got the bigger paycheck. You're not free of work, you're free of needing it. And it turns out that was the promotion you were working toward the whole time.